Hello, everybody. Hebro77 here, and I'm going live. I got my phone plugged in, so please excuse if there's things going on. I got house on in the background, and we're going to turn that on mute because we don't want to get any copyright strikes. I am going to play a video game, and you're going to watch. What video game am I going to play, you ask? Why, thanks for asking. The video game is called Pac-Man, and it's the miniature pocket game. Well, I'm going to switch this around. Let's take a look here. Now, if I'm not looking at the chat, it's because I'm busy playing Pac-Man. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to try to do this one-handed, which you pretty much can do. Oh, crap, it's all blurry McGurry. Oh, boy. There, I gotta get the pearls. Oh, crap. I'm at the bottom. How do I go up? Oh, no, I gotta get eaten by that ghost! I can't even see the screen right now. Oh, what happened? Oh, well. I don't think I was even playing, guys. Somebody popped in and they popped back out. Let's see. I need to play Pac-Man on Atari. Not the Atari 2600. Crap! I died. Okay. Right now you're live with why did that go kabooey? Oh well. Looks like I'm not doing it right or something. I don't know what's going on here. This is really hard to control one hand, and I'm watching the screen. Where am I? Oh crap, I just got ate by that ghost. This is really hard to do. It's not as easy as it looks. Come on, chew up the pebbles. Get that thing. Oh, man. Are you kidding me? All right. It's Blur Vision with Hebro. Oh, look. I got the thing. I got the pellet. Oh, I can't go over. Oh, crap. I'm going to get killed. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to turn this off because, first of all, nobody's watching. Second of all, very hard for me to do while trying to focus on the screen. So you can get these games at Walmart. They are handheld video games, and they're also keychains. Yay, hey, don't look at my nasty toes. Okay. We are live. We are talking about the Mandela Effect. I appreciate everyone for joining me on this live stream here tonight. I don't know who the participants are because no one's come in yet. But they did come in. They probably playing miniature Pac-Man. Thought, oh, what the hell is this nonsense? Looks like Dr. House is back. He just got out of the mental institution. So I've been watching House. I've been doing kind of a mini marathon of House. I've watched. This is season 6, which means there's 2 more seasons to go, which is interesting because his team just keeps popping in and out, and he gets a new team. I don't particularly care for season 7 because at the end of it, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, don't watch this. He goes to jail. And then we go to season 8, we see him in jail. And a lot of that first 4 or 5 episodes takes place inside the jail, much like season 6, where it takes place inside the mental institution. I really don't care for that kind of thing. I'd rather see him just work on medical Medical mysteries. Mysteries. Speaking of mysteries, we had Mystery Fried and in the chat last night. Um, we only had chatters, I believe, watching the stream. If I keep rubbing my eyes, it's because last night I stayed up till 7 o'clock in the morning and really didn't get back to sleep till about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. I was out running errands and just, oh boy. I'll tell you what, though, you want to have a good nap. There's nothing like staying up till 7 o'clock in the morning and staying from 7 o'clock in the morning up on until about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. You want to have a good nap. That's a good way to do it. You get yourself really tired. I used to do this a lot. I remember back in my 20s, which was wow, 20 years ago. It was 20 years ago. Just imagine that. Some of you guys weren't even born yet. 20 years ago. So, like, yeah, 20 years ago, I used to drink a pot of coffee a day. A pot of coffee a day. Can you fathom that? That shit got old fast because, let me tell you, you think I go off the walls here lately? You should see me on like 20 pots or 20 pots. On about 12 cups of coffee. I mean, it is nuts. Not only that, but I was doing yellow jackets at the time. I had a job working the midnight shift, and so I would go in at like 10:30 at night, and I'd work from 10:30 at night, or I'd clock in about 11 and work until 7, about 7:30 in the morning. Come home, and if it was during the summertime, come home after work, mow the lawn, weed eat, and then help tie the tomato plants in my grandpa's garden. I mean, it was pretty hectic, and amongst other things, maybe you know, of course, during the fall time, it was always get off work, clean out the gutters, rake all the leaves, and I'll tell you what, people think, man, he worked from until 7 o'clock in the morning, must have been tired. Actually, as soon as I mean, it's just like when you work closing at a restaurant or place, a store or something. If you work from like 5 in the evening to like 10 o'clock at night, and you come home late at night, it's like you don't really want to sleep right away because you're still going, you're still on that work schedule. Your mind is still going. Your body's tired as hell, but your mind's still going. And then you smoke a couple cigarettes, you drink a few beers, you watch TV, you do whatever you can to go to sleep, really. And then, but now when I worked on the back of a trash truck, we had I had to be there at 6:30 every morning, 6:30, and we worked from 7 o'clock to about. It wasn't too bad because it was like 7 to about 4, so that wasn't too awful. But it was hard. It was physical work, and a lot of people think picking up trash isn't physical work. They don't think of it as physical work, but man, when you're having to go corner to corner, each house per house, and sling huge loads of bags of trash and sling cans of trash into the back of the trash truck, and you're having to hold on to the back of this trash truck, it it's physical work because you're holding on to the trash truck and then you're stepping off. You're grabbing huge loads of trash. There's no telling how much these trash bags, especially if they're wet, like how much these trash things are going to weigh. And yeah, it is physical work. And another, and on that job, which was less hours, I'd come home and I'd be just exhausted, but I'd have to take a shower because I, of course, when you work on the back of a trash truck, yeah, you're going to want to take a shower as soon as you get home. And it's like, I took so many showers when I worked on the back of that trash truck. Um, yeah, I'm talking trash. You missed it, dude. I was in a Pac-Man game. Let me show you. Have you seen the, this is actually pretty cool. I picked this up at Walmart. It's got a keychain on it. It's an actual working video game. But anyway, what is your name? The Voice? Ronnie the Voice? How are you doing? Thanks for coming in and watching my video. I appreciate all the views I get. Anyway, that's just a demonstration. Ronnie the Voice. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. What's your name sometimes? You got to excuse me. But yeah, I was playing that earlier. I'll play it again later. I also have Space Invaders. Here, you don't want to see my ugly feet. Here, we turn that around. Anyway, here you can see my ugly mug instead. But yeah, when I worked on the back of a trash truck, man, I took so many showers when I'd get in that my skin would actually it would be so dry. I mean, it wasn't even funny, man. It'd like flake off. I know that sounds gross, but man, you know, like I was saying, oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry you got a bad signal, dude. Did you catch Dan's show? I don't think I saw you in there. I didn't think I saw you in there. Um, but if you got a bad signal, I can understand why. But thanks for catching the show anyway. I appreciate all the views I can get. I'm gonna keep talking about yeah, yeah. I was just talking to them. I've had jobs that I've really liked, and it seems like the jobs that I've really had a niche at would be, I know this is going to sound bad, but fast food was some jobs that I really kind of liked because I had really good bosses at some of those places. And it was a lot of fun. It wasn't stressful. It wasn't, anything. It wasn't too physical. It was just, cleaning the grill and flipping burgers and all this other stuff. And it was just, those are some really fun jobs. I met some really good friends in those days. But the other job I really liked I had was the dollar store. Um, that was a good job. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, if you've ever, oh, the worst day, the day after Thanksgiving. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Brian got porn bombed again? That, what in the, I hope this doesn't get porn bombed. Well, I probably wouldn't mind it, but YouTube, YouTube will take it down for sure. I doubt that I get porn bombed because I'm on my phone, but it could happen. I don't know. Anything could happen. They're getting jealous of us because we're talking about the Mandela effect, um, and they don't believe in it. So of course, you know, we're all nuts because we believe in the Mandela effect. Apparently, we're all nuts. Whatever. But yeah, talking about jobs. I worked shoveling rocks. I did it for a construction company, and I'll tell you, if you think you have trouble sleeping, like I was talking about having trouble sleeping when I'd get off work, not this job. If you're shoveling rocks, mixing concrete, digging ditch, at the end of the day, You don't even want to get in the shower. You just get in bed with your dirty clothes. You don't care. You just lay down and out like a freaking light. I mean, that's some hard work, man. Yeah. I definitely appreciated the fast food jobs and the cashier jobs after that. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna, yeah. But you know what is good money, and you got some sun, and the pay was good. You got some sun, got to work out in the sun, and sometimes you didn't get to work out in the sun. Sometimes it was freezing cold. You got to freeze your ass off. But I'll tell you, that's the best kind of. You get exercise. It's just the best kind of jobs that there is. I think good hard manual labor, man. It's nothing like it. When I worked in the factory, we had to go super fast on the line, and I don't really like. That was probably one of the jobs I didn't really like because in the construction job I had, the guy was kind of laid back, even though we were on a what do you call it, time frame. We were on. What am I thinking about the time frame? What do they call that? You know what I'm talking about, right? So it was a time. It was I can't even think of what it was. A certain time we had to get done with the job because it was all contracted. It was all contracted work. So we had to, of course, get done within that time, but we didn't have to work fast. And as a matter of fact, there was certain days where it would be pouring down rain, and you couldn't really. There were certain jobs you couldn't while it was pouring down rain, so you got the day off that day. Basically, you still had to show up, but you showed up and you just pretty much hang out in the office and just shoot the shit with the boss, and just it was pretty cool. I like that job. Other outside of working in my mom's restaurant, that was one of my favorite jobs of all time because that boss was really laid back. I really liked him. He's cool. Sometimes you have really good bosses. Sometimes you have asshole bosses. It just all depends. And if you're a good worker and a hard worker, you get a lot of. I had a lot of people that was, I won't say jealous, but they were just like always trying to get me in trouble and stuff. And it's like because they knew I was a hard worker and I was making a lot of the other guys look bad at the time, and they wanted me out of that job. And it was a shame because I really liked that boss and stuff, but the people around me were just really demons, you know. Um, but yeah, it, it was a real good job, and I didn't leave because of that reason. I had to leave. I was moving. I moved from where I was back to my hometown because of my grandparents at the time. Uh, just had to take care of them and stuff, and I found it was okay because I found a job in my hometown that was the factory job that I was telling you about. And of course, right now I'm on disability, but for other reasons, which I won't go into on live stream, but that's just that happens sometime, I guess. Anyway, enough of that boring stuff. I'm just kicking back here with you guys. I guess there's only one guy uh, watching House, talking about video games, getting messages when I should have turned my notifications off while I'm doing live stream. But that's okay because you know what? Whatever. Um, there tonight, I really wasn't into it. I was on Dan's channel. I was in the chat room, and I was really. No, that Fitz was in trouble from day one, man. I didn't try to do anything. It I got I got to cut some of those posts off the top though, because the I started trying to cut the top off of one of the posts, and the cord wouldn't reach to my saw. So then I started using a handsaw, and when I was using the handsaw, one of the teeth, it didn't break, but it bent, and so then I went and purchased another handsaw, and the handle come flying off of that one. So just a string of bad luck. So after that handle flew off that second saw, I said, "Hell with it." I gave up. So I could probably pretty much cut through the rest of it pretty easily now, but I just, life happens and you get busy and you just forget about it. Yeah, it will. Man, I'm telling you. Guys, if you ever want to build your biceps and triceps, forget about working out. Just saw things. Saw wood all day long. That sounds bad, saw wood. That sounds like you're sleeping all day. But no, seriously. Saw wood all day long. You'll get the big triceps and biceps. Thing. I used to work out a lot. I used to work out like 6 days a week. And I quit going to the gym because the people there at the gym, they were nice people and all, but you go to the gym and you have a certain routine, right? And you go there and you're lifting weights and you want to get on a certain machine, and that machine's always taken, and sometimes two or three machines are taken at the same time, and it's like, man, I just want to get my workout done. Come on. Sometimes if they're nice, they'll let you work in with them, but it's like you kind of feel like an ass going up and asking someone, "Hey, can I cut in with you, man?" You know, it's more polite just to wait, but so that's why I kind of stopped going to the gym. That and the membership fees just kept hiking. I hate when they do that. It's like they get you in with that low membership fee, but then they start hiking them, man. So okay, that's cool, man. I totally get it. You know, um, but no, I've got weights around. Oh man, there's my weight machine that I've got there, but there's only so many weights on it, and I got to the point where I was lifting like 150 pounds, and I 75 the max on that one. But when I was in the gym, I got to a point where my free weights, I was curling like 145 pounds curling. And now when I'm curling, I curl about 100 pounds, 245s, and I appreciate that. 245s plus the bar, 45 and 45, that's 90. So then you got the bar, which is 10 pounds. So I'm curling about 100 pounds. I'm hoping to get back up to curling 145 pounds, but I'm doing it slowly. You don't want to start out too hard. You could really hurt yourself, especially at my age. You could really hurt yourself. So don't do that. Um, but anyway, I don't really have any Mandela effects this week. We talked about all the Mandela effects on Dan's show. They talked about the Toyota Camry and Zuzu and a lot of them seem to be car effects, which is kind of odd. It seemed like a lot of them this week were car effects. And let's see, that was on Dan's channel. I'm just letting. I'm not. I'm giving that channel all the credit. Just let you guys know, and it's already been broadcasted. So, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. But there is a lot of things on there. I won't talk about all of them because I'm sure they want people to watch the video. Um. So, yeah. Sandy showed, or not Sandy. Fizzy Pop showed her animals and stuff like that. And yeah, I like to do the free weights. I'll do what I do is I do 100 push-ups. I'll start off with 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups, and I'll do maybe like 20 chin-ups, maybe even less than that because I'm so huge. I weigh like 260 pounds. So trying to get that body frame up off the ground is not an easy task. But I'll start off, that's my warm up. I'll warm up like that. And then I'll do about 100 arm curls. And then I'll work on the triceps. I'll do I don't know what this move is even called. It's the tricep curl. I don't know. Um, but I'll do those the same amount of weight. I try to keep the same amount of weight, 100 pounds, but I'll do it 100 times. And then I'll go in and I'll do the dumbbells, 50 pounds each, and I'll do about 50 of those. And then I'll lay on the ground or on the floor and I'll put them to my chest and I'll do work my shoulders. British Motor Works. I'm not familiar with that, so I don't really have a dog in that fight. Um, what are you? Can you tell me the effect, or are you saving that for another channel? Oh, I didn't read the. Oh, okay, yeah, BMW. I thought it stood for. I didn't think that's what it stood for. British Motor Works. See, I'm not really too. See, I don't have a dog in that fight because I'm not too familiar with cars. I'm not a car guy, not a big car guy. My big thing is comic books and um, see that one right there doesn't. Okay, no, that doesn't make sense. Even though I'm not a car guy and I never really truly knew what BMW. I knew BMW stood for British. Yeah, British. What? Wait, doesn't the BMW didn't it have the British? I'm not sure about this one, but I could have swore it had like the British logo on it. Uh, I could be mistaken, but what the I've watched a lot of James Bond movies, and I could have swore I've seen that car. It's like they tried to promote it at one time I've seen it in a lot of James Bond movies, I think, and they tried to promote it as a British car. Yeah, that, and now they're saying it's a German car. Huh? That doesn't make any damn sense at all. I have to look into that. That's another thing. If you have a James Bond Mandela effect like Dolly's braces, that's another one I can tell you because they're okay. So there was the BMW and there was the Okay, I'm trying to think here. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Um, what am I? Starts with an M. Uh, not mozzarella. Um, shit. Uh, I just can't think tonight. I didn't get too much sleep last night, so no, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Um, God dang, what am I? Why am I freezing on this? I know this by heart, but I just can't. It's the one that he always drives all the time, and I just cannot. Oh man, the mm, oh I can't think of it now. Um, and I don't want dead air time, so I guess yeah, go ahead and put it up there if you know it, because I can't right now. I'm really freezing on it, but it's one that they're always all the time. It was the BMW and that the other car that I can't think of. The I know I'm going to shoot myself for not thinking of this because I'll think of it later, like after I get off the live stream. I know it's going to pop in there like a bolt of lightning. Speaking of a bolt of lightning, um, a little, uh, nope, it wasn't that either. um, speaking of a bolt of lightning, in my next Hebrew Mandela community videos, I'm gonna feature my model. It's not a model, but it's the toy car of the DeLorean is going to be in that, and so just stay tuned for that. That's not a spoiler. That's just well, it was in the last one, but yeah. So it was a British car, okay, and it was the oh man, it was the start of an M. I'm pretty sure it started with an M. Just keep naming them off. I'll figure it out. Um, the not Manhattan. That's a drink. the oh man, I just can't think tonight, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know, man. Right? I just can't think tonight. Oh man, does it start with an M or an N? No, it couldn't start with an N. Oh, it definitely starts with an M though. But what the heck am I thinking of? Uh, it's a really nice car. It's like a really expensive car, but it's so tiny. It's so tiny. It's almost like it could be a race car almost. Um, it's a really tiny car. Anyway, so that's enough. I'm gonna talk about that. Let's see what my battery power is doing. My battery power, I can't tell. I'm charging my phone as I'm doing this live stream, so you people have to excuse me. I'm not on my game tonight, and I apologize for that. Like I said, I stayed up till 7 o'clock in the morning, and oh man, that sucks. 11%. You're about to go. You're about to go. Um, yeah, I stayed up last night till 7 o'clock in the morning and didn't get back to sleep till about 4 this afternoon. So I took a nice power nap. So I'm probably gonna repeat that again here tonight. Is it really that time? It's almost 1. Oh man, well, it's a little after 1 my time. Um, yeah. So what else can we talk about? Well, I'll tell you what we can talk about. we could talk about another Mandela effect, and it has to do with DuckTales. Uh, a lot of people remember Launchpad McQuack, and I remember Launchpad McQuack. But now, when you look at it, it's no longer Launchpad McQuack. It's lunch. It's Lunchpad. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. No. I shouldn't have done that. I'm just messing with you guys. No, I shouldn't have done that. That's bad. That's bad. No, there is seriously though one word that I've been studying on for about 2 weeks now, and that's the Norelco razor. No, Norelco. Look at it right there. Oh shit, there's phone numbers. Well, that's just Dan's phone number. Norelco looks weird to me. I don't know why, but I can't get over NorE Norel Co. Seems like there should either be another L in there, nor rel, or there should be a nor. Nor would be Nore, right? And then it seems like there should be another vowel in there somewhere. I don't know. It's just like that Tylenol fiasco that I was talking about, or maybe yeah, it was Friday or Saturday on Dan's channel. I was talking about Tylenol. Seems like right now it's Tylen, which I don't get Tylenol too often. I get the generic brand. So to me, I'm going to, man. I'll tell you what. It just seems, and Fizzy Pop come up with some good residual actually for a different spelling of Tylenol, but that might have been another company. That might have not have been a Mandela effect. That might have been an off-brand company, or because you never know about these things. You don't want to come right out and say, "Oh, that's a Mandela effect" right away because that hurts your credibility, and it just you know you want to come up with those matches. Like they go on the database and they find 800. I think they found one way of spelling it was 800 matches on that one, and that was close enough for Dan to say, "Yeah, there you might have something there, man." And then there was another one. There was Barbasol video that I did that come up 300 matches, and that wasn't enough for him to go, "Yeah, that could possibly be." But here's the weird thing about that, and I probably mentioned it in my video, is there is a company or there is a brand, and it's not shaving cream. It's a sanitizer that the barbers sanitize their combs and yeah, really, yeah, they sanitize their combs and their stuff with, and me and Noble were talking about it one day in chat. I was like, Noble, this is weird. I was like, man, this has got um look up Barbasol, man, because I remember it as I remembered it. It was Barbesol, and that's how I always remembered it. And then all of a sudden, I'm in my bathroom and I'm looking up, and I'm like, wait a minute, Barbasol? It just didn't seem right to me. So that's why I brought it up to Noble, and I think Noble found about eight or nine, no, sorry, 400 or 500 matches on it. But when Dan looked it up, he only found like 300. And I was like, that's weird because when we looked it up, we popped up about 400 or 500. And it was like, I don't know, that one to me, and to you apparently, and to a lot of other people I've talked to, I've had some comments on that video saying, yeah, I remember barber, like a barber. And why would it be Saw anyway? That's just stupid. That seems like something a kid, how a little 4 year old would pronounce it. It's like because it's got hand like a barber shop, so it's not somebody's name. It wasn't the dude that invented it. His name was way off from what it wasn't somebody's name. So we could throw that out the window right away. Um, so that one's got me. I was kind of hoping Dan would do some more research, maybe do a video on it, but he said that there wasn't enough evidence to support that one, so he's not going to. And I understand that. I get it. If there's not enough evidence, but I'll bet you he does the Western sizzling one soon enough because that triggered him so bad, and I know sooner or later he's going to do that one. Um, it's like not Western sizzling, Western sizzler, and that was another one I discussed with Noble in advance before we went on Scarab Show. I said I have got some residue for the Western sizzler, and that's the one I said. In Ghostbusters 2, there's a scene where they're in their rain slicks, and they come out, and Dr. Peter Venkman comes out, and they're getting ready to go underneath the sewer to check for slime stuff, and they ask him, "Hey, we're gonna go underneath the sewer to check for slime stuff. You want to come with us?" And he's like, "Let me guess, all you could eat barbecue rib night at the Sizzler." So that's definitely for me. That's residue right there. I mean, he didn't say Western Sizzler though, and I think that has more to do with a copyright issue. Maybe they didn't get their permission. I don't know, but Ghostbusters. Hey, Mystery Fried, how's it going, brother? I see your barber saw. That looks pretty cool. And so the James Bond one, somebody remembered Roger Moore in the movie Diamonds Are Forever, and I nope, because I've got all the James Bond movies, and I've seen them over 100 times, each one over 100 times, and I know for a fact that that was Sean Connery because Sean Connery did I think the first two. It was Doctor No, uh, Goldfinger. I think was no Goldfinger might have been the third one. I might be getting confused here because there was the Goldfinger was the second one, I think, and then you had um that's another James Bond one I want to bring up because we always talk about the Fort Knox. We always talk about Fort Knox, Tennessee, and I want to bring up that in the movie Goldfinger, they're at the Kentucky Derby, and he says, "We're going to break into Fort Knox." Or I can't do his voice, but whatever he says, and they're talking about their plan to break into Fort Knox, and they're right there in Kentucky, and they're not too far away, and they go to Fort Knox, and it's there in Kentucky. Now, granted, that's a movie, and they're probably not going to give the exact location, but they're going to give a basic location, and they're not gonna mess up in the movie that I well remembered. So for me, it's always been Fort Knox, Kentucky, and but that's just for me. I mean, yeah, obviously there's going to be some people. There's probably quite a few people that disagree with me on that, but and that's fine. You know, some people have different realities or whatever, and that's fine. But for me, it's always been Fort Knox, Kentucky. And the only reason how I know that, number one, I remembered it so well from the James Bond movie. And number two, there was an episode of G.I. Joe which had Fort Knox in it. And they mentioned Kentucky in that cartoon as well. So for me, seeing that cartoon and the fact it was in Goldfinger confirms it with me. And I've always, not only that, but I've always remember being taught in school that it was Fort Knox, Kentucky. So never an issue with me, never Tennessee for me ever. Uh, Everyone else can claim what they want, and that's fine because all of our realities memories are different. Maybe I haven't shifted. I don't know, but you know what I mean. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for being right there with me. Mystery Fried says he remembers Kentucky. Um, so I was trying to think of the name of James Bond's car, and I'm still trying to think of the name of James Bond's car for the freaking life of me right now. And here I am sitting here saying I'm such an expert on James Bond, and I can't freaking think of it. And I don't want any hints. I will think of it here. And it's a really, really, really expensive car. And the James Bond cars have always had really expensive gadgets in them. And I hope that this is not going to become a Mandela affected car. We should think of a name for that because we did a lot of cars in tonight's episode. So we should think of a Carmen. Think of a name for it and put it in the chat, guys, if you can. Help me out here. We need to think of cars. There's been a lot of car Mandelas. I mean, you got Chevy, Ford, Volkswagen, um, and tonight we learned about Toyota, and well, there's a whole bunch more, I'm sure, but those are the only ones I really know about. And because, like I said, I'm not really a huge car person, and but I should know. Oh, hey, Mystery Fried, you want to see something, man? Let me show you this real quick. I showed the voice. Check this out, man. Man Noodle. Am I reading that right? Mandoodle effect. uh, yeah, the Toyota one was on Scarab's channel earlier. I won't spoil it for you. You can go back and look at the replay. But check it out. I'll play this. Audio, man, audio, man, audio, man, audio. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Crap, I already died. Oh, you want to hear it? Okay. Well, spill not Mazdarelli. Why do I keep saying Mazdarelli? Um, that's probably not even a real word, is it? Tell him, Fried. I'm trying not to die. No, hold on. Let me shut this off. I'll tell you. It was the Toyota Camry. And how do you spell Camry? Here, let me turn the camera back around. How do you spell Camry? Just type it in, however you think it's spelled. This was Noble's. This was Noblest D. That was his Mandela. By the way, it was his. I give him total credit. Um, you know what? I don't even wait, Toyota Camry? That's not the Camry. Okay. That's an interesting. Okay, we've got Camer. Okay. Okay. We got a couple different ones there. Um Now I can't tell you exactly exactly how it was spelled, but it's CAM. I think Cam. Yeah, it's CAMRY now, if I'm not mistaken, is how it's spelled now. And it's not even it. It looks silly. It just looks ridiculous. Look that one. You'll have to kind of look that one up. Like type it in. Yeah. That's what. Yep. And apparently, it was always. What was it? It was always something different. Don't ask me what. Don't ask me what, because uh, I don't even know why I brought that up if I don't even know what the hell it was. Sorry, guys. I screwed the pooch on that one. Oh man, why did I? SD Martin. SD Martin. The James Bond car was SD Martin. So yeah, there was two British vehicles that I remember as the one you mentioned, the BMW and the SD Martin. And the SD Martin was essentially known as the British vehicle. And so I remember the BMW. Yeah, man. Am I still talking like a robot? I, it, e, u, oh crap, I lost somebody. Oh, okay, am I still? Hold on. Let me try something. Let me try pop it out and then I'll pop back in. Let me try that. Maybe it'll stop. Pop out. Okay, am I buffering now? Am I buffering? You guys still on there? Can you see me? Is this better or worse? Better? Oh, gotta do it the right way. Better or worse? Better or worse? Seriously though, am I buffering still? You know, it's almost been an hour, so I might just go ahead and kill it. Since we're almost at the 1 hour mark. Did I lose some people? I lost both you guys. Oh no. Oh no. Well, these guys said I was buffering, and I probably am. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and kill it. Wait, the mystery fried city's gonna try to pop back in. You know what? I'm gonna give him a chance to pop back in and see. I don't think I'm buffering on my end, am I? Anybody still watching this? I know you had the anyway, I'd like to thank Joyce for being on the program. Thank you very much for watching the show. I'm going to give Mystery Fried just a couple more minutes. I'm going to keep talking. If he doesn't pop back in, then that's fine. Maybe we'll have some more people pop back in. Who knows? If this thing keeps up, um, I'm gonna put down the phone though for a second. You guys could stare at my ceiling fan. There's a beautiful shot of the ceiling fan, and I'm gonna light up a cigarette. Light up a cigarette. You you taste like cigarettes. You taste like cigarettes, Jenny. You taste like cigarettes. There we go. Do you think Dan minds people calling him Dan the man, by the way? I know a couple times him, Dan the man Levitan. Do you know where I got that from? I got that from Good Morning Vietnam, where the other guy that came on right after Adrian Cronauer was the Dan the Man Levitan. That's where I got that from, and it kind of hold your cigarette like a man. You got to hold it. You got to hold it like a man. You can't hold it like a sissy girl, like this, like a sissy. Or you could do it like you're smoking a joint. Just hold it like that. Sometimes I like to hold cigars like that. Oh yeah, just chew on them like this. I really need to quit. I mean, my doctor says I need to. He can't. He's like, you're gonna end up with emphysema. One, not emphysema. What's the other one? Um, COD or whatever you want to call it. He said you're gonna end up with that someday. I'm like, well, my lungs have always tested clean. I've always had good X-rays. Um, but you never know. I mean, I've known a lot of non-smokers get cancer, lung cancer, bad. So yeah, it's definitely a lot more probable the a smoker is going to get lung cancer than a non-smoker. So I definitely need to quit. Anyway, this live stream has been going on for a good hour or so, and I don't think I have any viewers anymore. Although I was going to give Mystery Fried, I was going to give him a few minutes to pop back in, but I guess I'm buffering too much. So, or maybe he was buffering. I don't know. It's one or the other. Um, these live streams are catch 22. At one hand, they're a good way to be more in with your public, your public. Like I have a public, right? Um, and another way, you can't really. I like the fact also if you really wanted to, you could make a live stream into a video that lasts a lot longer than an actual video would last. But with the buffering, like I can't see if I'm buffering, I can't tell, you know. That's the problems you have when you have a phone connection as opposed to a grounded connection, like a really good connection, and you got a lot of buffering. And I think this this phone's got a lot of data usage, so I think that has something to do with it. I don't know. I'm not very computer savvy like the rest of us, the rest of you guys. But anyway, I'm just kind of talking in circles here. And we are at the 1 hour and 2 minute mark on this live stream. So I think I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I want to thank everybody who participated in it. I'd like to thank Mystery Fried, and I'd like to thank Ronnie the Voice. Ronnie. How do you say your name, man? I butchered it. I'm sorry. I do that a lot. Like I used to call a certain person by a different name. People do that, I guess, all the time. They call me Hebra. Yo, Hebra. But we've been on here for over an hour now, and it is reaching the 1:35 mark in my hometown. So, anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. And as always, man, remember, good night and good luck. Peace.